presentation, roughly 20 minutes. A short introduction of the company, then we'll be talking about the topic itself, which is the adhesives and resins. The company was established in 1973. We started our first manufacturing in 1976. In 1982, we have started manufacturing epoxy raw materials under sharing license. This was the first in the country at the time. Is there an echo on the microphone?
Bu alım satım işlemlerinden sonra 98 yılında bizim lisansımız iptal edildi ve 98 yılında.
After the merger and acquisition in 1998, our license was revoked and we started manufacturing under our own name.
Daha sonra 80'li yılların
In mid-80s, the Duratec brand came out. The epoxy resin and hardeners experience that we have had at the time was then transferred under the Duratec brand. And we also started manufacturing various other products as well. This structure is still existing. At the moment, we are operational in construction, industrial, maritime, military, composite, and automotive industries. Our center is based in Gebze Organized Industrial Zone. We also have offices in Ankara, in İzmir, Antalya, and Adana through our regional offices and also branches. Composite was part of our maritime industry activities. However, renewable energy, automotive, are many other industries, are two of many other industries that we are also operational in. Then we came out with RTM systems, and we now have the Clemens product as of 2015. Duratec 1000 is suitable for epoxy-based fiber lamination resin, and you can use this with DTS 1100, 1105, and 1110 hardeners, and with 1100 it's better with smaller parts and pieces, whereas the other two can be used under vacuum to absorb the extra resin. For automotive, for sports industry, for boat and ship building, and also for certain musical instruments, our products can be used. Ashing is possible up until a certain point. With hot ashing, you can go up to the best possible levels or the highest possible levels. This is 1000 to 1100, the results after curing at 60 degrees and 80 degrees post-cured results. This is the shear resistance. For Duratec 1200, this is lower viscosity, and accordingly, fusion and RTM-like processes are doable. either for hand processing or vacuum. It's possible to use, and hand processing is very suitable because it gives good results with this one. But because of the low viscosity, it might flow down to the floor.
Bu ürünün şu anda 3 tane sertleştiricisi var. Yine bir resin 3 tane.
At the moment, there are 1 resin and 3 hardeners for this product. We're working on the fourth hardener
En hızlısı 2020.
to develop it.
110 ile 200'e
1110 is the slowest, whereas 2110 is the fastest with 75 minutes pot life.
dalgalanmalar oluşuyor.
But sometimes there can be various drapes on the surface,
Kalıbı parçaları sonsuz bir şekilde
but it has the ability to deal with larger particles without any problems.
kullanabileceğiniz alanlar tek bir üretim.
These can be used for boat building, for wind turbine.
Yine bölgesi
Oh, I also forgot to mention that Duratec 1200 has a certificate, and it can be also used in certain military projects as well as automotive industry.
1200'ün mekanik değerleri
Duratec 1200 has improved mechanical features. You will see at the end of the presentation a comparison, a comparative chart of all mechanical features of the mentioned products. Our final product,
diğer ürünlerin hepsinden daha yüksek
which has the highest TG value, Duratec 1300. This is for Clementsar'da
biliyorsunuz kriterler var. Elementler bir havuzun içinde geçer.
method. You put them in a pool and then it's centrifuged. So it has to have a certain mixing ability,
Nispeten düşük bir egzotermi
and it needs a low exothermal ability, and also to avoid or prevent any flowing, it has to have a certain viscosity, not too high and not too low.
TG değeri diğer
The TG value is higher than any other products,
bu özelliklerinden dolayı da basınç
and accordingly it can be used to manufacture pressurized containers and some important military
bunların dışında
parts.
silindirik veya konik her türlü parça. Mesela
And for all cylindrical or conical parts, like electricity pillars, it can be easily used.
değerler yükseliyor. Hemen bir sonraki sıraya geçeceğiz.
Let's move on to the comparative chart. Duratec 1000, 1200 and 1300. In terms of the shear values,
1300 sistemin 1000 sistemine göre çok daha
of
yüksek
course
değerler
1300
veren bir sistem.
presents higher values compared to the other two. Accordingly, heat resistance is higher,
Diğer kafası gibi bir sistemde
but for manual processing, you have to use 1000 because viscosity works better at that level.
bunlar bizim standart
These are our standard lamination
kompozisyon
resins.
kullanılan laminasyon için
Various lamination resins used in
biraz sonra şimdi anlatmaya başlayacağım.
lamination, composite industry. We also have certain adhesives in use. DTM 2204 is used in boat building industry for adhesion purposes, or also for the wind turbines for adhesion purposes.
Gelme şadığı sertifikası var ve
It has GL, Germanische Lloyd certification.
gördüğünüz
Accordingly, it has
5 mm ve 3 mm olarak test edilmiş
0.5 and 3 millimeter
kalınlıkta
values, both tested, no cracks at either levels. It has that sort of flexibility, and it has a very high TG value.
bu spek değerleriyle aynen
These are the spec values.
bunları daha sonra sistemimize gelirsiniz. Siz de
We could share these with you if you could come by our booth later on to provide you with a comparative analysis. But hot curing is necessary for this, and you need to do post curing as well.
kullanıldığı alan olarak kullanmak istiyorum.
Carbon fiber or glass fiber enforced materials are very much favorite these days, but there are also types of composites as well, particularly for wooden boats, and various beams in the construction industry can be made of wood. And of course, the adhesion is therefore important for these structures as well. It's called cold molding. You see the stabilizer. This is basically a ship or a boat building activity. You see the main frame underneath the boat that carries the whole boat. It's like the backbone of the boat. First it's produced and then wood is used to cover it and make it into a boat. Large-scale boats, as long as 141 meters, can be produced with this method, but the Ukrainian and the Russian crisis unfortunately meant a stall in these boat building activities. If we resume with this activity, it will be the largest wooden boat built so far. Previous record was 60 meters long. 141 meters, a cross section of the boat. The boat is built in a shipbuilding yard of 200 meters long. So twice the length of, no, the 4 times the length of the room that we're in at the moment. So this is the end of my presentation. I talked about our standard products, the specs. The certificates are all ready. We can share them with you. They're readily available. I think our difference in comparison to our competitors is the fact that we can come up with custom tailored products, and we also manufacture our own raw materials. It provides us with high flexibility, and we can